Lachie, was that a bit of a come down for the group on the weekend?
Yeah, it was a disappointing game, especially our form the last sort of month, 6 weeks. So yeah, it was a disappointing game, but yeah, we just move on.
Did you write off the size of the margin and the loss then? Once they got a bit ahead with the boys, just start moving on to the next week already?
No, I don't think so. I think when you're out there, you try and play to the end. You know, look at the scoreboard. So yeah, I don't think that was the case.
The review of the game, was it any different to what you've done in recent weeks? Because it was such a bad loss, do you move on a bit quicker and focus on what's coming up, or do you do the same intense review that you've done in games gone by?
Yeah, it was actually our first day at the club today, so we review it this afternoon, but we stick to the process. I think, you know, win, lose or draw, we still review it a lot. So yeah, I think we still got to take ownership of our actions on the weekend and really come out firing on the weekend to try and bounce back.
There was one shining light, it was your performance. Can you tell us, just, is it a case of you've put so many games together now at the AFL level that you're feeling confident because your improvement's been quite dramatic?
Yeah, I suppose so. I think that I'm just enjoying my football at the moment, and the last sort of month, like, we've been playing some really good football, so it's easy to play well when your whole team's playing well. So yeah, I don't think so. I think I just keep my head down and train really hard and just strive to improve. So yeah, I sort of haven't really thought about it that much, if it's the games, but I think you do feel more confident out there.
Do you think between you and Connor as well, who had a pretty decent game against Adelaide and sort of against the Tide, do you feel like the two of you have cemented your spots now in this Fremantle lineup?
No, definitely not. You're only as good as your last game, so we come out this weekend and not play a good game and you're back on the chopping block. But yeah, I don't think so. We just go out there to play our role for the team every week and try and improve and grow our footy.
Are you aspiring to play more time in midfield? Is that something you want to do in the back half of the season?
Yeah, I spoke to Ross about it, so I think I'm sort of just learning my craft down back in the moment and maybe hopefully get in the midfield a bit later on.
It's a bit hard at the moment with the guys running through there that are going pretty well to find a spot.
Yeah, definitely. They've been delivering inside all year, so I'm just happy to play my role down back and really spend a bit of time growing in the midfield, in training and working with coaches around the club. So when I do get in there, I'm ready to go.
Having Aaron Sandilands in your team, does that make you stand taller? And could that, I know it probably wasn't the difference between 100 points and a win, but could that change the mindset of the team from word go in a game?
I don't think so. He's a handy player though, so he's good to have out there. But yeah, I think we expect anyone to come in and John came in, so we expect him to come in and play the same role. So I don't think we think of it like that, but he's good to have out there.
Do you think he's a chance to return this week?
I'm not sure. Don't really know.
Have you been on the track today, Andy?
We just had a little jog around today, so yeah. Nothing. I've got nothing on the injury list. He's pretty hard to miss, so I don't think it was that.
Collingwood this week, obviously coming off a better patch of form. How do you view this game, given it's at home in the context that you see?
Yeah, we're quite similar positions, to be honest, but we expect a massive bounce back from us, from our boys, but they've come off 2 wins, I think, so they're up and about, and we expect a pretty fierce contest.
Like, you've got a group of youngsters sort of coming through at the same time. Are you feeling that group sort of developing a bond now, that group of younger players?
Yeah, definitely. We're all quite close outside the club as well, so yeah, I think so. It's looking really good moving forward, and yeah, there's a lot of enthusiasm around the club and within the young boys.
Have you been encouraged to be a bit of a leader within that group, or do you feel like yourself you have aspirations to sort of be one of the senior guys within that younger group?
Yeah, definitely. I think that's what I strive to be. You want to be a leader, and we've got really strong leaders at the club at the moment. They're doing a really great job, so it's really helping us young boys a lot.
Lachie, where do you think the team sits in terms of potential this season? It looks like clearly Adelaide are one of the best sides in the comp alongside Geelong and maybe GWS. Are you in the middle block of a lot of other clubs, do you think?
Yeah, I'm not so sure. I think Adelaide are a really good team, and Geelong and GWS, but I think it's so close. I don't know how many is on 24 points, but it's going to be a really close season at the end of the game, end of the year. So yeah, I think we definitely see ourselves being up there in the good teams when we're playing our best footy. So we strive to be up there at the end.
So in that sense, does it make playing Collingwood, who are also in that bracket, an important game this week, given it's at home?
Yeah, definitely. Every week's an important game. You can see on the weekend if you're off by 10% or so, you're not going to win footy games. So every week's going to be a tough and big game.
Lachie Weller, is he back at the club yet?
No, he hasn't.
Do you have a feeling for him? Have you been in touch with him in recent times?
No, I haven't spoke to him. But yeah, obviously he's one of our brothers. He's a teammate, so you do feel for him, and hopefully he can sort his stuff out and come back and play some good footy, because he was doing that when he was here.